Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's live stream. Hold on. Please. Hold on. In case it missed, hello. Let's first of all begin with happy birthday, Your Majesty. Yeah, I'm in one of those. Well, tonight we're going to be having a little bit of fun with Toad. And a little surprise later on that arrived in the post this morning. Nice little surprise. I've already had a little tinker. So, but on some sad, depressing news. My little 4-year-old today has found my collection. It's a collection I've had well hidden from the girlfriend. Because you know what they're like. And the kids. But the 4-year-old found it today. And now my rares collection of the Hornby brands, all the boxed locomotives and the wagons are like this now. Boxes destroyed. I've just had to fix Percy's funnel back on with super glue. So if anyone has any of these original, the World of Thomas the Tank Engine from Hornby's from the early 80s, from when they were initially released, point me in the right direction, please. Because I'm just sorely disappointed. I'm just glad he hasn't found the Thomas passenger train set from the 1980s. That was my absolute bargain buy of £2.99 from eBay, including postage and packaging, about 20 years ago. So, what's tonight's aim? Well, tonight's aim is to have a little bit of play around with a bit of paint, maybe a bit of detailing of this guy. Yep, not done anything while I've been off, but I might put a brake wheel in, which is roughly usually about there. So here's what I'm going to use for the stand. Probably a bit oversized. Indeed, the quality is. So I'll just trim it down a wee bit. Just keep rolling. Right, let's see how that's going to stand. Oh. Now, remember down Lake Toad look suitable, as there are only two ways, which is the Great Western Way or the wrong way. Wrong, Thomas. There's my way too. And if that's the case, then remember what I told you, Thomas, Monsieur Lawrence, about where Duck actually was built. He's not even Great Western. Yep, I'm happy with that. Always get to get up a Google and G.W.R. Why is it you do a Google search and the first few images are models of it? Well, that's actually a pointless waste of time because it's not even that thick. It's just did find something interesting on that picture then. Little toolbox here on the veranda. Might give that a go. In fact, I will. Right. A friend of mine left this earlier. Waste not, want not. From what I understand now, this cardboard's quite expensive. So with the cardboard or whatever comes in it, you've got to pay tax. And this is the only bit of cardboard that's ever had tax paid on it. Don't panic. Don't panic. A little bit of rough and tumble. So getting back to what I said at the beginning of the stream about my collection. How many dirty mines went dirty? And because this is my build, I'm going to put a toolbox either side on the veranda. I've always loved the G.W.R tow brake vans because, instantaneously, it's one of the only vans or brake vans on the rail network where, in its heyday, that some bright spark was already thinking, it's already got a balcony, make it a one-bedroom room. Oh, boogie. Reaffirm the corners. Thinking about it. I asked my friend once to save up a load of fag packets. Over a month. I've got them in a box next to me. One of these days I'm going to show you a cheat technique on building up landscape. No need for the likes of polystyrene. Don't condone smoking in any way, shape or form. However, if you smoke, I'm not going to hold it against you. It's your choice. You do with your life as you see fit. It's your life. A little bit of additional detailing. Again, I need to get a bloody light to show you. But like I've said, I've did the door. I did into said compartment. I'm not going to go stupid with detail inside because no one's going to see it. It's not like a carriage where there's windows on the side. Right. Cocktail stick. Has to be at least the height of the veranda. Right. Where was that? No, That doesn't strip that well. Right, just get a piece of gardening wire, fold it, squeeze it, twist it. Thin enough to do that. Genuinely just eyeballing this, looking at a picture that I got up on the laptop. Bend it, twist it, broke it, oops it. When I'm using super glue on wood, I generally apply a bit more because obviously the wood can soak it up. That actually looks a bit too high. Just get that much. Oh, buggy. Not this game again. Doctor Who. I know, Doctor Who is bloody blue. Stay. Oh, bugger off. And that's the little bit of detailing done. For now. Let's talk about paints. Wow. Looking at a load of these pictures for Toad, CGI series, he seems to have gone back to a grey colour. But in the books, he's more of a light and chocolate brown. Whereas that before is if you're basing it off the Hornby model, it's more like a military brown green. Yeah, more of a browny green. Some military type color anyway. I think Kodak it uses it on the China clay wagons that he's done in his videos. So for the painting aspect, I'm going to leave the glue dry, and then we'll crack on next week with painting once I've been able to get a match, or close enough match. But for now, that's a little bit of progress. I don't know if you can actually see that in there. See it from the side. This little brake handle. Toolboxes / seats you can't see. But I think it's coming along quite nicely. Don't forget also we've got the 3-link couplings to put in. Got to find a way of doing that so it avoids the screws. But I'm not going to do a long stream tonight. I know I was late again this week to set up. That's the problem with having children. They don't go to bed when they're supposed to. No. Yes, who knew? So, the little teaser of a surprise that I got in the post. I got this. Not what any of you think. It's a 3D printing pen. Yeah, I know a lot of people have the 3D printers and they're getting cheaper all the time, but I thought, you know what? If I want to start making things handcrafted, use a 3D pen. So I'll give you a quick demonstration on how we can do something. This is not going to be to any particular size or scale. Ideally, you'd use a clear plastic sheet or acetate, or if you're old enough to remember the overhead projector stuff, the overhead projector sheets. This I got off that well-known Jungle. Accepts PLA, ABS, and it's not sponsored. I actually bought this. So if you're looking for one, let's give this a whirl and find out how well. Right. Let's draw a little bridge. What do we want to do a viaduct? I reckon a viaduct. Remember, this is only a quick demonstration. It's not a be-all, end-all. Okay, there's the size of the... I'm not going to use my own big PLA. I may as well use the freebies that came with. So, a fairly simple pen to use. Switch it on. Press the side button there. Starts heating up to temperature. You got various. You do get instructions. And for a product made in China, there is very little, if any, grammar mistakes and all that. How to use. Turn on the 3D pen. Select the filament type by pressing the multifunction buttons. Confirm the filament type by clicking the load filament button. Only got this today, so I'm still number 9, which is that one. Oh, it's already up to 140 degrees. And the 3D pen. Change the green light. Adjust the temperature 160, 180 based on how you want to melt the filament for drawing. High temperature will melt the filament more. Well, duh. Select the speed of the pen with the speed button. These two buttons here, I think. Yep, these two buttons. There we are. I put 100 and I'll put it at 175. Set the power to P3. Insert PLA end. In. Hit feed button. And it's got 8 speeds, this. It does. You can feel the pull in the plastic. Just don't grip it too hard. There, you can see I was tinkering around with the white earlier. If you're curious, that's what I made. Not the best. Well, that's the first time I've played around with a 3D printer. Well, with a 3D pen at least. Let it run the white out that I was playing with before. Ah, here comes the blue. Cool. So this should now be ready. Leave it cool for a few minutes, or a few seconds. Okay, doing it on paper wasn't exactly the best. There you go. Now, as with any 3D printer, once the print comes off, there's always going to be a bit of work. Like this side here would be the finished side. So I'd filler it, sand it down, and then if I wanted an extra detail, put a layer of plaster or another layer of filler, scrape it on. Oh, goes into sleep mode. Didn't know that. Cool. Now if I wanted to do that again, I'll just do the first arch this time. Come on. Don't be shy. There we go. You just get to find out what you're comfortable with, how you're going to work it. The only downside I have found so far with this is how bulky it is towards the end where you can't quite see the tip. So, but according to the instructions, there's a couple of ways now I could get that to form a 3D bridge. And that would be a layer up here where the road bed would be. And while the top layer is still wet, press together and leave to cool. Hasn't quite stuck on this one. But what do you expect? I'm doing a bridge that's so small. And there you go. Not exactly the best, but this is actually the only second thing that I've actually made using this pen. So if you're interested in where I got this pen, this 3D printed pen, or want one for yourself, let me know in the comments below, and I'll share the link, or at least the product from where I got it from. I don't get any money. I'm not sponsored. Nothing at the minute. I don't even get paid by YouTube. So one disadvantage is I wish there was an on and off button to make it on and off. But it comes with a nice little stand where you can put the heated head straight in. It's got a little suction cup on, which I don't see the bloody point, honestly. Because the minute you put it down, it just wants to fall. So I might plastic print my own one. And there we have it. A little bit of Toad. 3D surprise. And that, for tonight, a little shorter than the normal hour that we have, or hour and a half that I aim to have. But this week's been a bit of a manic week, and life catches up. So without further ado, let's say thank you for watching, whether you've watched this live or as a video later on. Thank you for watching. It does mean a lot when I see people watching. And if you want to help support the channel, then I have a Patreon and a Ko-fi. Any funds made and raised up through those two will be put into projects to make this channel a lot better, to make products. I might even start making stuff to either sell or give away. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that at the minute is if you guys are willing to help and support. Would be very much appreciated if you can. If you can't, I understand. So thank you all for watching. Let's have Toad have the last goodbye. Good night, all.